The Return of the Donald, written by Michael Wolff, published by Penguin Random House. Donald Trump was back. After years of exile, banished from the social media platform that fueled his rise, he returned to X. The platform, formerly known as Twitter, was now under the control of Elon Musk, and Musk, it seemed, was welcoming Trump back with open arms. Trump's return was a calculated move. With the 2024 election looming, he needed a platform to reconnect with his base. X, with its massive reach, was the perfect stage for his comeback. The political landscape had shifted, and Trump was no longer the undisputed king of social media. The question was, could he recapture the magic that had propelled him to the White House?
The much-hyped interview between Trump and I was plagued by technical difficulties from the start. A 40-minute delay, attributed to server overload, only heightened the anticipation. When the interview finally began, it was clear that this was not going to be a typical conversation.
Audio glitches interrupted the flow, making it difficult to follow the conversation at times.
I, clearly not a seasoned interviewer, seemed content to let Trump ramble on, often without direction or challenge. Despite the technical issues, millions tuned in, eager to witness this clash of titans. Never one to shy away from the spotlight, I seemed to relish the attention, my voice booming through the digital ether. But the glitches, both technical and conversational, gave the event an air of chaos, a sense that things were teetering on the brink of disaster. The interview covered a wide range of topics, from the serious to the absurd. True to form, I veered from one subject to another, often without warning or coherence. I railed against the deep state, claiming that I had been the target of an assassination attempt. I boasted about my economic record, taking credit for a booming economy that had long since faded. I even weighed in on energy policy, advocating for a return to fossil fuels and dismissing renewable energy as a hoax.
Musk, for his part, mostly sat back and listened, occasionally interjecting with a question or a comment. He seemed more interested in playing the role of the agreeable host than the probing interviewer.
The result was a rambling, disjointed conversation that offered little in the way of substance or insight.
One of the most talked about moments of the interview came when Musk appeared to endorse Trump for president. When asked about his support for Trump, Musk simply chuckled and said, "He's got my vote."
The comment sent shockwaves through the political world. Musk, with his billions of dollars and his influence over one of the world's most powerful social media platforms, had the potential to sway the election in Trump's favor. Whether Musk's endorsement was genuine or simply a publicity stunt remained unclear. But one thing was certain: it had thrust him into the center of the political arena, a position he had previously seemed content to avoid. The question now was, would Musk use his considerable influence to actively campaign for Trump, or would he simply sit back and let his endorsement speak for itself?
Trump's return to X was met with a predictable mix of cheers and jeers. His supporters, starved for his unfiltered pronouncements, welcomed him back with open arms. They flooded his timeline with messages of support, praising his courage and denouncing his critics.
Opponents, meanwhile, expressed alarm at his return, fearing that he would use the platform to spread misinformation and incite violence. They called on Musk to ban Trump permanently, arguing that he posed a clear and present danger to democracy. The media, as always, had a field day, dissecting every word and gesture for clues about Trump's state of mind and his political prospects. The interview dominated news cycles for days, fueling endless speculation and debate. In the end, Trump's return to X was a reminder of his enduring appeal to a segment of the population and his ability to command attention. Whether he could translate that attention into electoral success remained to be seen.
As the dust settled on Trump's return to X, one question lingered: would the platform play a decisive role in the 2024 election? Trump, with his mastery of social media, certainly seemed to think so. He had used X to great effect in 2016, bypassing traditional media outlets and speaking directly to voters. But the political landscape had changed since 2016. Social media was now a more crowded and contested space. Trump was no longer the only game in town. Whether Trump could once again leverage the power of X to his advantage remained to be seen.